Fuck Phat and Spicy.
That's right.
What's up, dude?
How you
Welcome
doing,
back, man. Welcome back, dude. Welcome back. Welcome back to both of us, to all of us, to everybody.
Well, we take a few breaks every now and then, but we try to be here as much as we can.
I think this was the longest break that we've ever taken off the show. Like, I mean,
I think
we
so,
did
too.
before Christmas, you know.
That's right.
So,
We did it like around Thanksgiving-ish, didn't we?
yeah.
Shit.
So, to all the fans out there, we're back. We apologize for that extended break. We needed it, you know. After doing the show every week for so long, you just kind of need a vacation. I think that's
Dude,
what
episode
kind of a
144,
refresher.
bro.
And that's not even all of the episodes. It's just some of them,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, man, welcome back, dude. I missed you, man. Good to see
Missed
you.
you too, buddy.
How you been?
Good. You know, I don't know. The viewers don't really know, but we do keep up with each other quite a bit. We've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 with the Critical Idiots team, you know. So that's
I'm glad you added the DERs at the end of that.
The what?
I'm glad you added the DERs at the end of that. I don't want people to think we're rather playing with balls.
No, Jesus. So we've at least been able to keep up with each other, but I know you guys got a fucking ice storm coming here in a couple of days. What's up with that?
Man, honestly, I'm just hoping to get out of work. I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I could just get out of work a little bit, I'll win. That'd be a win for me in my book. I don't know. From what I looked so far, I live a little more farther than where the storm's gonna hit. I think if anything, we might get a little rain, maybe a little black ice.
Okay.
But I don't think we're gonna get from the latest update where I live. We're not gonna get too much of the actual impact of the cold.
Okay.
But we'll get kind of the outskirts of it. But I went ahead and I bought wood for the fireplace and stuff like that. I was gonna buy just a little bit of wood, just kind of a couple of bundles of wood. I went out there, I think it was yesterday, to the guy, and I got there and he was like, "Oh," he's like, "all I got is the $50 bundle." I'm like, "Oh, I was gonna only buy $25." You know, it was a little bundle. You know, I was just gonna kind of. So I'm like, all right, well, $50, I can, you know, I'm driving a fucking Ford Fusion, you know, like, so I'm like, yeah, I could put all that in there, you know, it's a couple little, I bought a little tote, I had a little tote, right? So I was like, yeah, it'll fit in there, man. Next thing you know, he's loading up logs and he's like pulling them off the floor. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess, you know, well, he'll tell me when to stop. He's not telling me when to stop, man. I'm loading these logs. I filled the tote up and he just keeps handing me more logs. And I'm like, how many logs is he? He's like, oh, that whole pile is yours. I was like, I didn't bring a truck. So, you know, I filled the back of the trunk of the car up, man, with logs and stuff. The back of the car, you know what I'm saying, leaning like this. I'm like, there's still more logs left. So I'm start passing logs to the back seat. I'm having my 3-year-old, I'm having Elfie hold some logs. She's just back there like this, you know. I'm like, I'm just trying to don't get a splinter, you know. It's like, oh man.
I don't like trees.
But yeah, so I got a trunk full of logs, man, right now, and then I got a tote in the garage, and I'm just
Jesus, dude,
burning wood, man. I'm burning wood.
You know, there's something to be said though for that heat, the heat that comes from burning as opposed to like the furnace. You know, like when you got the heat coming out of the walls from the machines or whatever.
Oh yeah,
versus
yeah.
Fireplace heat. It's like that fireplace heat just wraps around you, you know.
Oh man, it's a warmth. You know, I just at this point I wish I had a bear rug. You know, just lay in front of that. You know, send the kids off, just let me just kind of lay there in the front. You know, stripped butt naked in front of the fireplace, like some Titanic kind of stuff. You know, paint me like one of your French girls.
We weren't going to go there, but I mean, if that's what you want to talk about today on the Phat and Spicy show, we're going to be talking about Jacob getting his butt painted on a rug.
Hey, dude, trust me. So you're telling me if you could have somebody paint your body, you wouldn't hang it up somewhere in your house?
No.
Come on. You gotta love yourself a little more. You gotta love yourself.
I have kids.
They don't gotta love you like that.
They don't need to see it like that.
Oh, that's what I said, in your room. You put it somewhere, you know what I'm saying, where you have it.
No.
Hey, man, back in the day in the Renaissance era, that was class, you know?
I mean, I guess, but I wouldn't put myself
you walk
up on
in, the king invites you into his quarters, you see his fucking dong on the fucking portrait up there, he's naked.
The royal scepter.
You know,
Jesus Christ, dude.
I don't know, dude. I'm just saying, man. I've always been into the old antiques, you know?
So, okay, if you had a castle, Would you decorate it like traditional castle style, like with suits of armor and tapestries and shit, or would you modernize? I'm talking like you had one today.
No, it'd be old school, man. I'd have the suits of armor. You know what I'm saying? I'd have the paintings, the eyes that follow you.
Some
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm some Scooby Doo shit. Um,
Scooby Doo shit.
I don't know, man. Honestly, to be honest, if I had like a lot of money, I don't think I would live in a really big house.
So we did, right? We had a huge house at
Yeah,
one point, like too
that's a
big.
lot of walking.
Well, it's more than that. We
The
had four
upkeep.
bedrooms that never got used for anything.
Jesus,
Like,
that's what.
what's the
Those are
point?
those are the houses that swingers be buying. You know what I'm saying?
It very well could have. And the other thing is that it's so big. I had to have two housekeepers come just to keep the place up fucking 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it falls into disrepair. I mean, it was so big. So it was dumb.
Yeah, it gets, man. It gets to be dumb. You know what I'm saying? I was watching like one of those shows. What is it like? MTV Cribs. And
Oh,
the
yeah.
and the guy walks in the room. He's like, "I never been in here before."
Because he never has. Because
It's like,
I read a
what?
thing, dude, that was all fake.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They would borrow houses and stuff, man. But yeah, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? How you doing? Welcome to the Phat and Spicy show, guys.
Crack
Cheers.
a beer,
Cheers as
sit down, and
always.
rap with us.
There you go. But I don't know, man. I feel like I said if I was if I was to ever have a lot of money, I just want a simple house, a big old plot of land, man, and I definitely have a shit ton of cars. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. I
Speaking of
mean,
cars, I did
what?
just recently get a bike. I told you. I
You
went
got a
up there.
bike?
Yeah, I went up there. I got the
Oh, the
my
motorcycle.
yeah, the Kawasaki Ninja 500, man. Just my first bike. So we were out the tinker rail with it today, man. I was getting the obviously for those of you that don't know, I only have one hand. Lost my hand in an accident way back when. But I just recently got the bike and I was modifying it today. I'm waiting on a couple of parts to come in the mail, but we're going to be switching the clutch over from the left side to the right side so that I can drive it. So that's what I was doing today, kind of taking apart some stuff here and there.
How hard is that?
How hard is it to take shit apart? It's never
Like to
hard to
move
take
the,
shit
like you
apart.
said,
To
to
put
move
it
it
back
from one
together
side.
is the fucked up the issue, man.
Well, you said to take it apart and like move the clutch from one side to the
Nah,
other.
it's just to flip it, man. It's just a big flip from one side to the other, man. That's as simple as that. But yeah, like I said, man, taking it apart is the easy part. Putting it back together,
Right.
that's they always make the always. There's always a saying that we got. They always make things with these extra parts. When you put them back together.
Dude, tell me, I took the dryer apart a couple of weeks ago because a sock had gotten stuck into the little thing. So I had to take the whole thing apart. When I was done, I had 2 screws left. I'm like, come on.
You wonder when you turn the dryer on.
Well,
Shit.
it's squeaking a little bit, but I don't know.
And
I don't
that's
know.
where
We'll
the
figure
fucking
it out.
screws went. You'll know when
I
that fucking
know.
tub comes flying out of the fucking dryer, man.
Well, then that just means I go get a new dryer and nobody can say nothing about it. I like new appliances. When people
I
go to
do
the
too.
store,
I do too. You know what I'm saying?
right?
I love a good fucking new appliance, a new fridge.
It's going to work
Oh,
perfectly. You're going to plug it in. It's clean. It's nice.
got a new smell in it. You know what I'm saying?
My favorite thing to go shopping for is cleaning supplies, dude.
Cleaning supplies.
Dude, let me tell you, the other day I'm at Walmart and guess what we found? Watermelon scented Fabuloso.
I didn't even know that's a thing, man.
Apparently, they've got a myriad of flavors. Like they got peach, watermelon, pine, all of it, dude. Like it's not just the purple shit anymore.
Oh my god, dude!
I got excited.
I don't know how to feel about that. I know there's people that actually get excited about that. But again, I guess they make the products for somebody.
Yeah, they make them for spicy.
That's crazy. You're just out there like, oh my god, this is mango. Smell that.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you want the bathroom to smell like mango and ass?
dude. I walk through the air freshener. I smell them all just to see what's the best one for my house. I love that shit.
I like a good candle now. Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'm very sensitive to scents and smells. You know what I'm saying?
Are you?
I'll get a headache quick. Now, granted, it doesn't happen as much when I go shop for cologne.
Right.
Because I'll buy the shit out of some cologne. But when I go to like those stronger scents, those really strong, clean smells, like soap and lavender and stuff like that. Oh man, that stuff
It's just
goes
too
straight
much.
to my brain. Yeah, it overpowers the senses.
I get that. I bought some new air fresheners for the car, and I turned it on. The first time you turn it on, it blasts you with that fresh smell. Yeah, I almost choked on it. I'm like, too much fresh.
You got to put the windows down when you first get an air freshener.
I lit a cigarette just to get it back to normal.
That defeats the purpose of getting a fucking air freshener, dude.
Not when it was that powerful, man.
It's like, what kind of air freshener you got? Newport 100s. It keeps me going. Reminds me of home.
Damn.
That's what happens, dude. That's what happens right there.
Actually, I'll tell you what. Speaking of candles, there was a candle that we came across called Havana Nights, and it had like this sweet sandalwood.
I was about to say, it sounds sweet
with a little Cuban tobacco mixed in. So it gave like a nice smoky but sweet aroma. I mean, it smelled like a tobacco shop. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So good. I'd give my left nut
like a cigar shop.
Yeah, like a cigar shop. It was so good, but sweet, like not pungent cigar. It was just oh man, Havana Nights. I got to look up that candle, see if I can find more. That was the best one.
Okay, if anybody out there could send a Spicy a Havana Nights candle, man.
You do it, and I'll send you a Phat and Spicy mug. By the way, guys, for all you guys that are just tuning in, we have a merch store. You can get Phat and Spicy mugs, you can get shirts, you can get stickers, whatever you want. If you want our face on stuff, go to the merch store and pick up a mug. It's a good way to start the day, Phat and Spicy style.
There you go. Just don't ask what we put in the mug.
Oh no, I've got some tequila in here right now.
There you go, dude. I can't drink tequila, man. I've never been tequila.
I love it.
Despite everybody's like, oh, you're Mexican. Yeah, what the fuck's that got to do with tequila? Like, fuck that shit's still nasty. It's still fucking
the Mexican guy drinking Modelo.
Oh, that's different. I'm a beer guy. I'm a beer guy 110%. Don't get me wrong. I still do a couple of shots, but tequila, man, it just has that fucking, it just burns all the way down and it stays like right here mid chest and it doesn't feel good. It doesn't taste good to me.
I think I like that burn.
It reminds you of your childhood, dude? Is that what it is?
Well, first off, my father was the one that got me fucked up on it because he used to tell me it takes a strong man to do a shot without making a face. So I worked my whole life to never, ever,
that's what we
don't make the face.
Jesus.
Just take a shot, continue on with your day. And my dad had a problem.
So does it affect you differently? Does it still burn?
Yeah.
You just don't react. So you can still taste the
face. I still taste.
So do you actually taste like the tequila, like the flavors and shit?
Yes.
I don't taste that shit, dude. It tastes like when I drink tequila, dude. It just tastes like it comes out of a fucking barrel or a bottle, dude. It just like burns and that's it. And I've tasted a number of tequilas, trust me.
So like I had a Don Julio,
but again, I'll give you this. I will tell you this though. I'm more focused on getting it down than letting it coat my tongue.
See, now, like, I'll sip a scotch all day because I like the smoky, peaty flavors of it. Like me, I love my cigars. I like the heavy, dark flavors,
Yeah.
So when I drink, and as a chef, I taste things, just what I do. So tasting the flavors in the tequila. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't take every single shot and be like, ooh, I can taste the vanilla and the honey and the, after notes. No, I'll take a shot and go on my day. But I drink Cuervo Silver because it's not sweet. I don't like sweet tequilas. Like I was going to tell you, I had a Don Julio bottle that somebody bought me, and it's just so vanilla and so sweet. I don't like sweet boozes, So tequila suits me fine. Plus, it has less sugar than all the the vodkas and all them they're all made with sugar. Tequila's not. It's just agave juice that's fermented.
It's fucking hell in a bottle. Is what it is.
It's amazing. Now, I won't touch mezcal. The one with the worm in it. I can't do that.
So they do. They have this thing where like people say, and my brother's like one of them. My older brother, he's like one of those people. He's like, you mix beer before. What is it?
Oh, beer before liquor, never been sicker.
Sicker, yeah.
Yeah.
Was that happen to you? Because it doesn't happen to me.
No.
No. But there's also another thing where it's like, don't give me Jim Beam or don't give me, whiskey 100. Don't give me Wild Turkey. I can't do that stuff. I get buck wild when I drink that. I've never had that happen. I've drank a lot of different liquors and a lot of different alcohols, a lot of different beers, a lot of different wines, and I've always acted the same. I've never acted out of character.
No, Um,
You know,
I don't think it's booze dependent. I think it's mood dependent.
mhm.
You know, Bill Cosby said it in a joke one time. He's like, somebody walked up and said, "Do you want to try some drugs?" I can't remember what the drug was. And he goes, "Well, what does it do for you?" He goes, "Well, it enhances your personality." He goes, "Well, what if you're an asshole?" You know. So,
Hell yeah.
I just think it's depending on who you are. I'm a happy guy. I'm a happy guy, and I'm a sleepy guy. Those two things. That's me all the time. I'm really happy, and I'm always tired. So when I
I'm really
drink, I
happy
just
and hungry.
right. I get a mouth on me a little bit. I'll get a little yappy, but I'm not any different. I'm definitely not out of character when I drink different things.
Yeah. It's
Um,
just, I mean, I've ran into multiple women that have said the same thing. Oh, I can't drink Fireball. You know what I'm saying? I start
you're
taking my
right.
clothes off,
Yeah,
and I'm like, what?
but you're fine with
It's just Fireball.
yeah, but you're fine with lemon drops or something,
I'm like,
right?
that's fucking ridiculous. And I look at the bartender. I'm like, 2 shots Fireball. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm. Quick,
quick,
put them in one glass.
before she changes her mind.
Put an umbrella in it to make sure she drinks it.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like I said, I've drank. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, I'll say, I've never blacked out.
I've had one.
Dude, I've been to the point where I'm talking about the world is just a blur, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
stumbling. I can't get my legs will not, my brain will not tell my legs what to do. You know,
I've had two good nights that I can't remember. One was at my boss's birthday party when I was working at the pub, and I was working behind the bar, and me and the bartender were doing shots all night. Shot. And after it was over, the next day I'm back at work with a mad hangover. And this guy comes up. He's like, "Dude, you were funny last night." I'm like, "Thanks." He's like, "Do you remember the hour and a half conversation we had?" It's like, "Oh, yeah, I absolutely remember that." I do not remember it, Jacob.
damn,
So that was
dude.
one. And the second one was my wife had gotten me this cool Jack Daniels glass set, and it came with a little bottle of Jack Daniels for Christmas. Well, the bottle was gone by 6 p.m. Christmas Day. And at 7 p.m., I'd fallen asleep on the couch. I woke up, went outside, and was trying to pee in a bucket, thinking I was in the bathroom. And my wife came out and had to stop me. She's like, "You are not in the bathroom." And I was because I
Jesus.
yeah. Those are the only two times, though, that I've ever been like out of
I
it.
don't know. Like I said, I've done some stupid shit, but I've always been conscious. Like I've done things in the moment. Like when I told you I got drunk on Christmas, I tried to fight that tree.
Fighting the
You,
tree, cutting your
you
head
know what I'm
open.
saying? Yeah, I cut my head
Yeah.
open and stuff like. But I was conscious. Like I knew what I
Right.
was doing. It was
Yeah.
just I was just free, and I was like, it's stupid. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
I knew what I was doing. You know, it's like I was having fun. But I never at any point did I lose control of myself, like at all. I was more
Have
free
you
spirited, but
have you ever been violently sick after a day of it?
now violently sick. No, I've
No.
thrown up before, like where I was like just taking shots back to back when I was younger,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I was just like, I'm talking about you get a bottle of fucking. I'm talking about when. So my little brother, I don't I don't drink with my little brother like that, okay? Because when he was
Anymore.
younger, when he was younger, man, that dude was an animal. Like, dude, he used to drink. What the hell is it called? When he would go buy a liquor, dude, he would buy alcohol for a party and stuff. He would always bring the same thing. He would bring a golden grain.
What's that? That
Golden
cheap
grain?
whiskey? Sounds like cheap whiskey.
Let's look it up real quick, dude. But he would always bring golden grain, and that was like his thing. Like it was just it would just buy a bottle of this, and then everybody's gonna take a shot, and you know we're gonna try to. And he would just drink that shit like it was nothing. Like it was just like his everyday go to.
Mm-hmm.
And no, man, that stuff was pure alcohol. You can light that shit on fire. You can make a fucking Molotov out of that.
You ever tried the Everclear?
Yeah, he bought Everclear too.
Yeah, you can't be drinking that straight.
Oh, let me see. What percent is golden grain?
I just want to see a bottle of it. I want to see what you're talking about. Golden grain.
Golden grain proof 190, 95% alcohol.
Oh, so it is Everclear.
Yeah. Like I said, it's Everclear. It's the same thing. That's what he would drink to get fucked up.
Why?
I don't know. He was fighting demons, man. That man was fighting demons.
Yeah, I fucking guess. There's a dude on TikTok that evaluates people's Everclear videos. And he's just like, you're dumb. You're like, some guy was like, I want to try to brush my teeth with it today. Like, it hurts so bad. And the guy's like, yeah, no shit, dumbass. It's 95% fucking alcohol.
Jeez. But that's
cool. There it is.
Yeah,
oh,
dude.
Yeah, that looks like a bad decisions in a bottle all night long.
It is, dude. It is.
Golden grain. Is it cheap?
Yeah, it's cheap.
You know what I like about it? The
probably
bottle.
Thing is like, probably that whole bottle is like $20.
I like on the bottle how it doesn't say if it's a whiskey or a vodka. It just says alcohol.
It just says alcohol. Golden grain. Alcohol. That's it.
Jesus
dude,
Christ.
Next time you go to, just get you a bottle, dude. Just
no.
Like, yeah.
No. Absolutely not.
We're going to have Spicy come back and be like, I can drink anything and everything except golden grain. You won't like when I take golden grain. I start taking my clothes off.
You'll have to start taking my clothes off with the golden grain.
But
no, I've never heard of it.
Yeah,
we thought we were cool because we used to drink that Goldschlager shit.
Oh, dude.
Peppermint schnapps with the gold flakes in it.
Jesus, I know what you're talking about, dude. Did you fucking use a greaser?
Well, we were just stupid kids, you know. We didn't know. And it's like, ooh, it's got gold in it. Let's drink it.
I feel you.
And then my boss one day heard us talking about it. He was like, yeah, you keep drinking that. One of these days, you're going to take a shiny shit. And I was like, oh, I don't want that. He's like, well, there's gold flakes in it. Your body don't process gold like that. It all comes out.
Shit, dude.
I'm like, yeah. There. So I said, that's all right. We'll just, I'll eat a rubber band first. And then when it comes out, we'll hang it on the tree. I think it's good luck in some countries.
Fucking me. Oh, man. But no, what I was going to say, dude, is yeah, like I said, my little brother, man, I don't really drink like that with him. But I've always been beer, man. Beer's always been my thing. You know, I can drink mostly any beer, and it tastes good to me. It tastes fine. Mm-hmm. But once I start getting into, like I said, the alcohol, tequila, the rum, and all that, I don't like it. It doesn't taste good to me.
Okay. I kind of
I like a good ale, man. You know what I'm saying? A good ale. That's good.
All right. I didn't like beer until I started at the brewery.
It might just be the Mexican blood in me, dude. It's like, you gotta have my cerveza.
I have a Modelo, amigo.
Gotta have my cerveza.
I know people are like, you can't talk like that. Spicy, that's racist. I'm like, no, my grandmother was Mexican. I have full right. That was my grandma. I have
exactly, dude.
Right? She used to say yogurt with a J.
Joker.
Go give me yogurt.
I say that all the time. What are you talking about? No. I don't know, the whole racism thing, that, and especially right now in America, dude, with the whole ICE thing going on, man, and stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not cool with it.
I worry about you, dude.
I'm not. Yeah, dude, they're gonna come to snatch me up, and I'll be like, wait, I got papers. Right? You know, like, I will say, man, I will say this. I'll speak on the topic with this. You know, do I agree that things should be done legally? Yes. You know. Does that mean that I overlook the fact that I got here somehow? No. You know, that does not. But again, when the laws change, we must change. You know what I'm saying? Back then, it wasn't as strict as it is now. And there's a number of reasons why it's strict, you know, overpopulation and stuff like that, you know. And like I said, I don't agree with the methods. You know, I feel like if you really want to allow people to do things the right way, you would make it easier for people to do it the right way.
Yeah.
You know,
not have to buy that $500,000 gold immigration
the
card.
Gold card, yeah, dude, to get the Trump gold card.
I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. I'm just saying, listen, my heart bleeds when I saw a story today that they went into a kindergarten, ripped out a 5-year-old kid and took him.
Yeah.
Not his parents, not nobody, just the kid. Why? Why a 5-year-old? What's he going to do? He's the criminal. He's the worst of the worst. He's the rapist and the drug dealer. That's him. It's not him.
This is the one thing that I don't like. And this is the one thing that I will say that is fucked up about people in general, is when you get on there, and I go on there and I see these things And the first thing you see are these other Trump supporters. Oh, you got to get the rapists out of here. They're criminals. I'm like, all these people, and again, I don't know what it is about humanity when they just like to bunch all people up and then just put it into one thing, one genre. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Right.
boom.
Yeah.
All blacks are this, all Mexicans are this. But when you say something about white people, oh, it's like, no, you can't blah blah. I'm like, you don't understand the hypocrisy, how hypocrite, how much of a hypocrite you are. And that just, to me, I don't say anything back because there's no sense in arguing with
There's
stupidity.
no.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, man, it just pulls me the wrong way to know that there's these stupid people out there and they're breeding. You know what I'm saying? And they're breeding, and then they're passing on that ignorance to the next one, to the next generation.
So do you
And
think it'll ever stop?
no,
Or do you think there will always, through the history of mankind, 500 years from now, be racism?
there will always be hatred. You understand it? And as long as there is hatred, there will be racism. There will be crime. There will be envy. There will be whatever it is you want to call it. But as long as we have unhappiness in the world, you will have hate. You will have racism.
Well, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that, maybe we should just leave other people alone and mind our own business. And I'm not talking the government. I'm talking everybody in general.
Yeah.
I see so many things get started, so much bullshit get started because one guy can't keep his nose out of somebody else's business. And then before long, it's a fight and it's a feud and it's a whole thing. You just keep to yourself.
Yeah.
Stick to your own, get your own. As Snoop Dogg said, keep to your own, get your own.
Yeah. He also said,
but you get my point.
Yeah, I get
look,
it.
dude, when I drive down the street, and I'll give you an example. Just the other day, I'm at Walmart and there's these two people arguing. I didn't even turn my head. It's like I always tell my kids, look with your ears, just keep going. The minute you turn and look, what are you looking at? Now you're part of it. No need for that, dude. Just mind your own business. We don't need Greenland, or as President Trump called it at the last meeting, Iceland. He don't even know what he wants.
I think he just wants to make people. He wants to leave some form of footprint. You know what I'm saying?
He's already done that.
I thought about this the other day. I was thinking about it. I was like, we have a president that tweets. We have a president that uses social media. Which, again, don't get me wrong, we are into the coming of age into where it's technology. And I just want to know, like, I'm curious to see what the next president, is this ushering a new era where the next president is also going to be socially media active? And we're just going to go from there. It's going to be all of a sudden the guy's going to be doing talk show host and he's going to be on Family Feud.
Yeah, 100%. Well, look, dude, it started with Roosevelt with the fireside chats. As soon as there's a new media of communication, you got to use it to get to the people, right? So back in the day, radio was the thing. Mm-hmm. So he'd sit down and you'd hear the presidential address every Sunday morning. He'd sit, and that's why it was called a fireside chat. He'd sit on the radio and chat with the American people about why he's doing shit. Now, then you had newspapers, then radio, and then TV, and now it's all online. So he has no choice. More people are on Twitter than watch regular TV. So how's he going to get the message out? Nobody buys a newspaper anymore.
That's true.
So
that's true.
Twitter's the way.
But I think the thing with this, and what I will say about Twitter and social media is that it's not as regulated as it is when you stand up on a podium and you have those cameras and stuff and you have that earpiece in your ear.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's regulated versus him just getting up and being like, it's a great day for your Diet Coke and to take over Iceland.
Let me Greenland, but yes, he called it Iceland. I couldn't believe he called 3 times. He called it Iceland. Here's my thought. So, say for whatever reason, right? Something happened to the president and the vice president. There's always that designated survivor that nobody knows who it is. It's some rando, right? What if it happened to be me? I thought about this. Let me tell you exactly what I would do. I would find people that have been in government for a long time that know how it works, and I would listen to them. I would hand them my phone and say, listen, I'm going to tell you guys what to tweet, and you tweet it right, because I'm not going to go on there and sound like an asshole. And if what I'm doing is wrong, you need to catch me on it, because what I'm doing is not for me, it's for the country. Listen, man, I hate when presidents say it's all about leadership. Presidents aren't supposed to be leaders. They preside over the Congress and they preside over the country. That's what the term president means, presiding. Okay? That's why when we have Senate meetings, it's Mr. President. And he's not the president, it's a senator. But he's the president of that meeting. He's presiding over the thing. So he is the president. When presidents say it's my leadership and it's my way and everything happened because of what I did, I don't want that president. And I think I would absolutely never tweet. I would just leave the phone out of it. You know what I mean? Because you just get into so much trouble if you don't have handlers.
Yeah.
And
I think that's one of the things that I think in a position where he's in now, he doesn't really understand the amount of weight that his words carry.
He caused an insurrection over words.
When you sit there and you just say, when you're so used to just saying what you want, doing what you want, sitting there, grabbing them by the pussy at your, at your teen pageants.
Yeah.
About that. But anyways, when you're just so used to doing what you want, when you want, because you want, you don't understand responsibility.
Right.
Because you have none. Because it's always been your way. So I think that's one of the things that he needs to understand. And any president, anybody that's in a position of power, that holds a position of leadership or whatever you want to call it, needs to understand that now that you have this position, you have a certain amount of authority that comes with your position, what comes with your word. You have responsibility to act at all times. Like when we get on here, we're not just Phat and Spicy. We are a representation of what PNS Studios, and that is what it is. We always have to keep that in mind when we do the things and we say the things we do, because we have to have that level of awareness. And
I don't understand that we have to have that.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't think, like I said, when you get to that point, like I said, I think it's just he's always used to doing what he wants to do, And granted, I like the fact that he does what he wants to do, but I don't like the fact that he does it without any kind of, how do you
thought?
say? No, I don't want to say thought. I will say, I'll say input. He doesn't. It's not like he's sitting around and be like, "All right, guys, this is what I'm thinking. What do you guys think?"
That's true.
But
let me ask you this, okay? Because we're just having the talk. And we've never talked really in-depth politics, and I just got to know. Do you really think that Greenland was his idea, or do you think some advisor came up and was like, "Hey, man, you want to start some shit? We should get Greenland." And he's like, "Okay, we'll do it." Or do you think he uses this as a distraction, or do you think he really thinks we need it?
All right, I'm going to give you my honest opinion of Donald J. Trump. As a person, not as a
views expressed on the Phat and Spicy show do not represent PNS Studios.
There you go. But as a person, not as an action, not as a president, not as the things he's done, but just as a person in general, of what kind of person he is. I believe that he is a very impressionable person, as far as when he likes to, he considers himself high amongst high.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Whether he earned that spot or not, it's not that. It's what about he believes. So he does a lot of things that make him feel like he's the top of the food chain. Again, that's that he has that arrogance about him. I'll give him this. You know what I'm saying? He's made decisions, whether they were good decisions, bad decisions. At the end of the day, he's done business. Was it all legal? Was it all not shady? Who knows? But again, he got to the position where he is now, being who he is.
Yeah.
Okay. So anybody that's ever done show business knows one thing: don't trust anybody. That's just how show business is. And when you are in show business, you have to have a what? These people tell you every time you go in the Hollywood, you have to have a what? Stone cold heart. You got to be You know what I'm saying? You got to be ruthless, and that's going to be especially when you're involved in financial, when you're involved in politics, when you're involved in moving up the ladder and creating a business. You have to be ruthless.
Well,
If
look, man,
not, it's a dog eat dog world out there. And then, but when
he
you
was a New
have
York
that,
developer. You don't think you get that way by not being ruthless? You got to deal with the government, the city, the mob, everybody. You got to be ruthless.
Like I said, but this is again, like I said, this is me. This is my thought of him, and just everything that's led to him being who he is.
Okay.
You know, so when you come from this kind of environment, and I'm pretty sure somewhere out there, Donald Trump got stepped on when he was younger. You know what I'm saying? Somebody took his coins. You know what I'm saying? Pushed them against the wall. You know, and I'm not just talking. I'm talking figuratively. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I know what
somebody.
you mean.
You know what I'm saying? He got stepped on by somebody.
Well, he's got a small penis from what we hear.
Well, you know, but when things like this happen to people, when they get bullied and stuff like that, they become this asshole. They're just looking for, you know, that, hey, $20 tie my shoe just because I can do that. You know, here's $100, fuck off. So we have this guy. Now he's got all this authority, but he doesn't understand how politics work. He doesn't understand the government and what he can do and what he can't do. He says, I want the nukes to go off. Why can't they go off? Well, they have to go to the Congress. What do you mean? I just can't say it? That's not how it works, Mr. President. You know, he's that guy.
But he doesn't listen to those advisors. They tell him. I'm sure somebody told him Greenland's a bad idea, and he's like, we're going to do it anyway.
So this is where he listens. This is who he listens to. He says, hey, I want Greenland. Well, you can't really do that for this. Get out of here. You're fired. Well, you can't do it this way, President. I'll tell you a reason. You might not like the answer, but it's possible. Yeah, come over here.
Yeah.
He listens to this guy.
Yeah.
This guy says, here, do this, do this, do this. This is all you got to do. And this is how Greenland can be yours. And I mean, who wouldn't want to be the president that brought in the 51st state? You know, whatever you want to call it, you know, who wouldn't want to be the president that went down in history for getting Greenland on the map for the U.S.? That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? But this is the arrogance. This is the ego that's inflated, and that's easy for people like this to be manipulated to get them to do what you want them to do. You know what I'm saying? In their mind. Now, I will say this: do I believe that Trump is aware of the alternative motives? No. He doesn't. He does not have that foresight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, in that sense, I believe he's one that's easily manipulated. He manipulates others as well. But as they say, upon anything and everything, no matter how bad you think you are, there's always somebody better. You know, and I think that's a position he finds himself in. You know, no matter how good of a chess player you are, there's always somebody better.
Maybe? So I don't know. I just get frustrated. You know what I get frustrated by? Honestly, because I've told you this. I think he's fucking hilarious. I think Trump is the funniest dude in the world. If this was a TV show, he would be the funniest president you've ever seen. What's going on? Did you get a note? Is there a war going on or something?
No.
You received a note from under the desk from a producer or something. Like, hey man, you gotta stop talking about that shit. We're gonna Trump's already threatening to do it.
This is that guy right here. Is like, all right, guys. Well, that's the end of the day's show, and
so it's been fun. We don't know when we'll be back.
But yeah, but like I said,
I think he's hilarious. I think he's a fucking funny guy, right? Like I told you, when he put up all the pictures of the presidents, and then he put fucking blurbs underneath of them. What did he put up for Joe Biden? He put up a picture of an auto pen. That's fucking hilarious. Like the guy's a comedic genius. He just needs to stop with, like I said, the tweets. Nobody wants that many tweets from you. Nobody does, dude. It gets tiring. If I was a supporter of Trump and I got tweets on my fucking Twitter every fucking 2 minutes from the guy, I'd get tired of it. Like, turn this shit off, dude. I don't want to see this right now.
What are you doing? How are you being a president? You know that?
I wouldn't be doing the tweeting thing. I think the tweeting thing is silly. But on the other hand, like I said, he's funny. I do believe that when he started, he absolutely wanted to be that peaceful president. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to be the guy that stops wars because he wants to stop wars. You see it. He's having meetings with these countries and be like, you guys got to stop, come together now. So I guess the question I have for you is, he's stopping wars, or he claims to, but say he does stop a war. Is he doing it for the sake of stopping wars, though? Is he doing it for his own edification? Because he wanted that Nobel Peace Prize.
With a person like this, man, it's always going to be. And I will say this: I will say Donald Trump will do good things.
Mm-hmm.
He will do great things, but will he do them for the sake of the good of humanity, or will he do them for the sake of praise and
Right.
and
You say he's doing
popularity?
good things. You can do good things, but is he doing the right thing?
Exactly. So I will say, what I'm saying, I can't think that he's gonna do good things, he's gonna do great things, he's gonna do amazing things, but I don't think that he will ever do things that are genuinely good for the right reasons.
I agree with you. It's a shame that all the good shit that he does gets overshadowed by the clowniness.
Yeah.
Like, he's done some really cool things. Like, if you look at some of the bills, I was sitting here reading one day, like, the actual bills that he's passed. Some of them are actually not bad. Like, I, as a Democrat, I'm like, that's good shit.
Yeah.
Stuff that he's signed into law. And then you see him sitting there wandering and staring out of a window during a meeting. It's like, why, dude? Stop. You're falling asleep. And then you call other people Sleepy Joe or whatever. Stop. Be presidential and I will respect you. And maybe that's why people like him, is because he's not presidential. And maybe that's what I'm missing. What do you think?
Okay. So
Do you know
with
what I
that,
mean?
I get what you're saying. He's more relatable because people look at him, they think of anarchy. They think of somebody that's going against the red, the blue. Somebody's going against the way of the world.
Draining the swamp and all that. Yeah.
I get what you want, America. I get what America wants. But at the same time, would you want the busboy that knows how to wash dishes cooking your steak that you paid $50, $60 for?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you have a position, that position is held to a certain standard. And you have to understand that when you take this position, those are the standards that you are required to meet. But no, like I said, he gets egged on by the fans and stuff like that. Oh, he doesn't care about this. No, he doesn't fucking know what he's doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you're just too fucking dumb to admit it. But I guarantee you, if that busboy came out there and burnt your fucking $80 steak up, you'd be fucking pissed.
Livid.
But no,
Livid.
the president goes in there. He doesn't know how Congress works. Oh, he's going against it. He doesn't care. That's what we need. No, the fuck, it's not what we need.
No. I mean, listen, when you have a meeting with the people of the world, and I'm talking like the UN or NATO people, and you get up there as a president and you're like, the election was stolen. Everybody knows 2020. We've done great things. Those people aren't here for that. They're here to know what you're going to do today about what's going on today. Everything that this guy does is a pep rally. And like I said, that shit pisses me off. You don't need that. I like my presidents not out in the open, I guess. I don't know.
Like I said, he could do a lot more if he applied himself.
You know what worries me too?
He kind of reminds me of a kid that goes to college and just is doing nothing but frat partying.
Yeah. And then gets a job at daddy's firm and fucks it all up.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, dude, I'm going to tell you, I'm a Democrat. I'm afraid of the Gavin Newsom president.
Why is that?
A little bit, because the guy likes to waste money without. He's kind of like he's almost on the same level as Trump. So there's a homeless problem, right? Let's build all of these houses and put them in them and hope that solves the problem. So he spends $1 billion building housing for the homeless. But at what point does he offer any kind of rehabilitation?
Yeah.
right? At what point does he offer any kind of mental counseling or drug program? Nothing. He's like, we're going to build these houses. That's going to solve everything. They want blanket solutions to big problems. They don't think. It's knee jerk on the other side too.
It's just band-aids, bro. It's band-aids covering up, wounds and gashes.
Yeah.
Not fucking scrapes.
And it's no different than the congressman, dude. I watch the congressman on the news, and they sit there and Trump is blah, and ICE is there, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but what is that accomplished by you getting up there and giving the same speech that the other 20 senators just gave?
Yep.
When there's not a Republican in the room.
It's
only preaching to the choir, which means you're wasting your time, which means nothing's going to get done.
You're right. Right now, there needs to be an overhaul of the entire system.
But I think that's what people were hoping Trump would do. Was that overhaul because he was different and wasn't an ingrained politician.
I mean, he did an overhaul. He just picked who he wanted on the team. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you like me? Yeah. You like me? Yeah. You like me? Take your shoes off. All right,
look,
you on the team.
Our Secretary of Defense was a fucking Fox News host. It's like making me the Secretary of the Treasury because we do this show and I wear gold.
Yeah.
Well, he knows his gold. I'm going to make him Secretary of Treasury. No, I don't. I can't do that fucking job. No, thank you, Mr. President, because I don't want to be an asshole and I don't want to fuck it up for the American people.
That's what I'm saying. So again, we find ourselves with somebody who has surrounded himself with yes men, with do boys, and not people who will speak up and say, "Hey, Mr. President, that's not right. You got to understand the repercussions." And I see it all the time because I watch and I see the women up there and they'll be like, "Well, you understand, Mr. President, he's doing." I'm like, "He's doing this, and this is why we're doing it." And then they get stumped with the question, and guess what? They fall back to. They repeat the same shit they just said the other about. I'm like, that's not answering the question.
No, why? Because favorite responses are, well, Joe Biden did. We're not talking about fucking Joe, but we're talking about what you did. But Joe Biden, shut the fuck up. Or he inherited the problem. No, he didn't.
Exactly. That's what happens when you give people the position that they're unqualified for. They can bullshit their way for so long, and at the end of the day, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. And that is literally what has happened. Granted, it was every person that was appointed. Did they have some people did have some good, there's some good people there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But at the same time, we have these people.
Look at his press secretary, Karen Leavitt, right? One of the reporters asked today, he said, "Hey, at the meeting with all the world leaders, President Trump mixed up the name Greenland with Iceland." And we all heard it, and it's on video, right? Fatsy, it's all there. You know what she said? "Oh no, you misheard. He said it's a land full of ice. That Greenland is a land full of ice." No, he didn't say that. He fucked the name up. Why can't you be like, the president was on a long trip, he's tired, he makes mistakes? Why can't you say that? Instead of making us all feel like assholes for, oh, well, shit, maybe I did think about it. No, fuck you.
Because you have to understand, these people they're built like that's the mindset that they have. That they're so far up the asshole, they can't breathe from all the shit that's stuffed in their fucking nostrils. And they're dude, like I said, when you get there and somebody says, okay, so if I was to say, Spicy, yo, here's $200 a year, $200,000 a year. All you got to do is do this. Oh, Phat's great. Phat's great. Phat's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. Hey, what happened with Phat? He said something racist. No, he would never do that.
No, he wouldn't do that. That's my boy.
You see what happens?
Yeah.
When you give, and this is what we call bribery. But nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to understand that. Everybody thinks bribing is just, one favor for one favor. No, it's favoritism.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like I said, dude, I don't think too much into it because again, it's all to me, it's all one big Hollywood, dude.
Homie, in 3 years, we're going to have a new president. We're going to be talking, whether it's a Republican or Democrat, you and me are going to be sitting here talking the same shit about him or her.
Yeah.
It's just, you can't please everyone, so you please the people you can. You find your pleasures where you can, and you go off on your way. That's all you can do, right?
Yeah, you can't pick your nose and your friend's nose at the same time. Choose one.
No, that's not true. Oh, you can't. I can. I got 2 arms.
One for each.
Hey, before we go, I have to do this. Guys, don't forget, like, follow, subscribe. Look at the bottom of your screen. You can see all of our social media, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. You can find us everywhere. Just click the little thumbs up button, give us a like, get in the comments and say, hey, Spicy, you're full of shit, man. I don't like anything you said. Cool.
Same
I
thing
want
with
you
me.
to
Be
just,
like, hey, send that guy back to Guantanamo Bay. I'll
well,
go
it's
back.
like, yeah, right. We should get ice on Spicy. But it's like I said on the other show, man. Just, even if you don't agree with us, come in and tell us that you don't agree with us. We love that. Like, that makes my day, is to see people disagree and like challenge my thoughts, because Fatsy and I aren't right. And we need you guys to get in there and tell us that we're fucking up or that we're not doing it right. You know what I mean? So get in the comments, click all the things. All right, I'm done with the business. Sorry, man. Look, he's yawning. He's so tired of me doing
No. That's that damn alcohol in me, dude.
You've only had 1 beer.
Oh, so it says right here. It just says debunked.
What's debunked?
Debunked. It says the 5-year-old boy among 4 students detained by ICE, according to school leaders. Let's see.
That was debunked?
Yeah, it says on January 20th, ICE conducted a target operation to arrest Adrian Alexander Conejo Arias, an illegal alien from Ecuador who was released into the U.S. by the Biden administration.
Always with the Biden administration.
So my thing is this: how are you released illegally into the U.S. by the Biden administration? How does that work?
You're not.
How is that illegal?
Right, especially if the Biden, they said, okay, he's good to go. That means he's good to go. The government approved it, right? See, that's another thing that kills me, is like, you got these people, everybody's like, well, ICE is doing the right thing. Is ICE doing the right thing? Because I'll tell you what, when these people are going to court to have their ICE hearings, or not their ICE hearings, but their immigration hearings, and ICE is picking up before they walk in the courtroom, is that due process? That's what pisses me off. The tactics, dude.
Yeah, I don't understand that. So it's like, okay, so you have people that were, and they started, and I saw the reports, they were like basically picking up people that already had paperwork or, is in the making. I was like, how are you picking up people after they go through the steps and are waiting for the response and the reply of the system that you want them to follow? And then you go in the comments, dude, and then where's everybody else at? Where's everybody? Where's all the people that sit there and, oh, you're going to do it the right way. They did it the right way. Where are you at now? There's nobody. You're just there quiet. Why? Because it doesn't fit your agenda. It doesn't let you spout the hatred that you are so well known for. And then when I click on your profile, the first thing I see is Leviticus 2:4, yeah, whatever the hell. God so loved the world.
Yep.
Fucking bullshit, dude. It's gonna be very hot when you fucking die. And I hope you understand that.
You heard about the priest? Or not the priest, but the minister who preaches on Sunday, and on Monday he goes out and he's an ICE officer?
Yeah.
What would Jesus think about that?
Jesus has to make sure he has papers before he comes to the United States, all right? As long as he came here legally, all right?
And I've heard MAGA people say that too. Well, what would happen if Jesus came into this country? He'd have to do it legally. The Son of God would have to do it legally to make you happy. I don't get it.
Dude, you gotta understand, like I said, people have their own ideas of who they worship. People have their own ideas of who they follow. In the end of the day, your mind is a powerful thing. It allows you to create this image of whoever you want in your mind.
Yeah.
Like I said, when people, I will go into religion for just a second, dude. When people pray, they have no idea. They've created this concoction of who they think they're praying to. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you guys one thing. Look at me. It's not God. It's not Jesus.
Nope.
The image that you think you have in your little pretty little head is not who you think it is.
Oh.
So guess who you're really praying to? Exactly.
Yep. A false idol.
Exactly. You've created successfully your own false idol.
That's right.
Why do you think you can't get rid of that hatred in your heart? Because you're praying to the wrong one. But guys, they don't want to hear that, guys. And I know you don't want to hear that. In the end of the day, guys, I'm Phat.
I'm Spicy.
It is the Phat and Spicy show.
Another one in the books, homie. We did it.
I know, dude. It's always a pleasure, dude, hitting here and talking about all the love and hatred. Right?